Good morning, everybody. My name is Bobbie Richardson. I've decided to go live this morning because the Talk5D and Beyond was postponed. So we are definitely on for next week, and I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to have another new person as well. We seem to be interchanging quite a bit, which is really cool because it gives opportunity for other people to come on board and share their gifts as well. So I'm really excited about today because I have been crazy and channeling so much lately. I have produced another beautiful message channeled through from Source Energy, and that is on my YouTube. I'll put the link down below. I forgot to put it in for my YouTube, but really excited about that one. It's just one of those things. I like doing those videos like that because the feeling that I get when I'm channeling this information, the feeling is so beautiful and euphoric. And when I can add a music and movie to it, it just gives that extra depth to the message so that you can feel into a certain vibration. I mean, it's definitely not exactly the same because when I feel it, it's from multi-dimensional aspect, but I'm trying to gift you as much feeling as I can through those videos. I think this is my fifth source energy or oneness message video, and I have a feeling they're just going to keep on coming. I've actually just written another one. It just poured through me. So that channeled feeling of becoming one, and then what happens is I see life through that perspective of oneness, and the story that happens or the information that comes with that or the feeling that happens flows through me, so I can help direct as many people as I can to recognizing what we're actually going through right at this moment from that perspective of oneness. So that's really exciting for me. I'm going to keep doing these odd live videos when I do get some pretty full-on channel messages. So yeah, I'm going to go into a couple of videos, a couple of written messages that I've got. These are titled Waking Up the Lightworker, Sleeping Lions. This information that I got is specifically for those that are ready to become more into that light working type of work. They might feel a pull, a excitement, a passion, a desire to become more forward in who they are, whether it's in the healing industry, whether it's in the public speaking industry, in the tarot card industry, whether it's just within their own family dynamics, just holding the light, just being a hermit in their own house. It doesn't matter how you do it, but you'll feel a passion or a pull or a feeling to be more of an instigator in the energies that are coming on board. So this is what I channeled for you guys. In this next phase that we are coming up to, what we're just starting on now, acceptance is the key. Acceptance of all things you can't control and trusting beyond doubt that you are meant to be different, that your differences will guide others. And as acceptance doesn't mean you're not strong within your own reality, your own authentic self, but instead, acceptance is seeing all from a non-judgmental point of view, that all are where they need to be for their own journey and making choices to move towards what they wish to experience. It's a real letting go of trying to control and force the outside world to be as you feel they should be, and just shining your light, becoming who you are, it's one of the harder ones because we get so many messages, light workers get so many messages and feelings of what's the best scenario and the best direction to go to make life easier, but not every soul wants that journey. Some souls want that real tension, that real that feeling of anxiety so much that they just fly forward really fast. So it's a real letting go, but to knowing that you are becoming your authentic self and standing in force of who you are. If someone comes up to you and they say, I believe this, and you're still standing strong in your own belief systems of who you are, and say, well, okay, but I don't agree with that. I actually feel this, or maybe this is a better journey, or maybe this is a better road. You're still standing forward. You're still coming forth with your own truths. But there's an acceptance of, instead of walking away from that person and being irked by it and being frustrated and getting angry and thinking, well, they're just useless. Why can't they do that? That all disappears because there's an acceptance of their soul is on a journey and they're going on that journey for a reason. And that's the next kind of key to what's happening with us, and the next energetic downloads from source energy. Everything is crumbling. Every leader, every spiritual master, every guru. Also, you can go within to find your own authentic self, because you're no longer looking outside yourself for help and guidance. So you'll see all these people becoming something that you're irked about, and you'll go, okay, well, I'm just going to have to trust myself. I'm the only person who can trust me. To learn, and this is to learn you to trust yourself, back to the connection, back to spirit, back to your soul, back to your intuition, through self-support and self-love. If we choose to, we can experience something so different on this planet at the moment. With the arrival of all these new energies, after eons of allowing others to dictate what our reality should look like, we are now challenged to connect back to our soul. And with that, we learn the lessons of duality, bringing us into acceptance to experience oneness. This then gives many other beings off-planet and on-planet, many other souls who have been on this amazing adventure throughout our history, purpose for their story and involvement in our fall and rise as well. And therefore, it gives them a chance to also connect to oneness through acceptance of all. We are as one in this experience, split into many different stories to help shift and create the journey of our souls. So that was channeling that I got, channel messages. They just keep pouring through me at the moment. It's really, I love it. I just love it. It's beautiful, and I feel very honored, and I'm really excited and passionate that I can deliver the source energy messages that I have on my YouTube with as much, to really give presence to that message and validation to that message, to make it a beautiful thing. Can't think of the word at the moment. Anyways, the next discussion I want to talk to you guys about also is the 4 elements of dreams that initiate us into higher purpose. That this was a kind of an awareness that I came into, like a aha moment of what I've gone through. And putting all these like pieces of the puzzles together, I suddenly went click, click, click. Oh, now I get why I dreamt of these certain dreams. And I see other people dreaming of these certain dreams and certain elements in their dreams. It started to put it all together. So what we're doing is we're following the 4 chambers of our heart until the spark within us ignite us as our spiritual connection back to our soul. And these dreams of elemental dreams, each of them have a specific purpose. So the dreams you might get, not everyone, maybe somebody is Not every single element might be dreamt of, because some of those elements you might already have full awareness and control of, so you don't need to wake those elements within you up. And the elements that I'm talking about is air, water, earth, and fire. So if you were born under and had a lot of fire and oomph in you and had that spark to, that fiery passion to move forward, then you might not have the dreams to awaken that side of you, that part of you. But these are the ones that I had. The air dreams came to me as tornadoes, and I had all of these dreams of looking out a vast window, and it was a stormy feeling and almost excitement, where all of these hundreds of tornadoes are coming at me. And this is a long time ago. This is like a couple of decades ago for me. And I actually even painted a tornado in a picture and sold that one. And that is meaning mind clearing. So the tornado dreams are dreams of clearing your mind, of cleaning up your mind, of cleaning up the intellectual part of yourself. The air is to do with the, speaking up for yourself, that sort of thing. Then I started having dreams of floods and tsunamis. And the funny thing is, whenever I started having these dreams of floods and tsunamis, it was happening outside of me as well. Earth was going through floods and tsunamis. And that is the dream of clearing your emotions. So if you have a lot of emotions that are rising and up and down, and you're not really in control of them, which I had quite a difficult time with, you will have these dreams of water. So it could come in like water flooding rooms, water like tsunamis coming at you, and also when you start to really take control of your emotions, you'll see it at, well, I saw it in a dream of going in the sea. You know how you're going to sea and they have the waves coming at you, so I'm like swimming in the sea and the waves are taking me under, and I'm getting all swirled around, and I'm getting, just overtaken by this wave. And then I went back in, and then the next wave I was kind of just starting to ride it, and then the next wave that came, I realized I had to just be in front of it, and then I ended up having a smooth ride in. So it was teaching me that to just kind of allow the natural wave of life to flow, because there's emotions that come with that natural wave of energy that flows through Earth. And I was taught to just ride just in front of it. If I'm realizing, I can see the wave of energy coming in is going to affect my emotions, then I can ride with it rather than, and use it to my advantage of propelling myself forward rather than being sucked in and under. So that was that element. The next element is the earth element, and funnily enough, my hometown of Kaipoi got struck with a huge earthquake. This is in Christchurch in New Zealand, the same time as I was starting to have these earthquake dreams as well. So the earthquake dream is clearing physical connection to things, physical connection to Earth, to Gaia, and allowing these movements within your own body physically to be teaching you something about what's gone wrong, what's squiff, and what needs realigning and all that sort of thing. So that's more to do with the physical clearing of yourself. Then there is the fire. I didn't have too many fire dreams, but then there is fire dreams that people will have where forests are crazily on fire. But I did have I didn't have the dream so much as there was a lot of forest fires around Australia for a wee while there. And that's the clearing, energetic clearing, like the electricity that runs through our body and connects us to the spiritual side of our emotions. Is this fire, that the oomph of who we are, the determination, the passions, and that side of things. And all of this leads to what I would call the fifth element, the spiritual leaps of faith and our connection to soul. And then I started having dreams of benevolent beings being in front of me and jumping off cliffs, and me realizing to trust that it was always supported. There was always something carrying or helping, or it was flying, or just the beauty of it and the magnificence, and trusting that soul connection back to your soul again. So it's like readjusting and aligning who we are as a person through our dreams, and doing that inner work, and then coming to the point of connecting. Okay, now I'm emotionally balancing, I'm intellectually balancing, physically balancing, drivenly balanced. I'm just in this space of I've got it together. I can see how I can work with that. So it just can take you under through your emotions and your mind just being too busy, or feeling pains in your body and stuff like that, because this at the moment is that drive through us right now. There's a chance for us to connect back to our souls. So I thought I'd just recap on all of that and the information that I got. It was like I'd gone through it all, initiated it all, and then the other day I just went, oh, that makes total sense. And they told me when I was writing it down that it was following the 4 chambers of the heart until the spark within the heart ignites us back to our spiritual connection, because it's through our heart, once everything's in balance, that we can actually feel our hearts, and that pump, that what do you call it, a wave of frequencies that can align us with our soul, and the connection of that tube of light that connects us through. I see it as a tube of light when I close my eyes, connecting me back to my soul, and that's when I can start channeling a lot of this information as well. So anyway, I don't know if that's going to help you and guide you. Maybe you're having dreams of something that you need to clear, and it will give you a feeling of what you need to clear. Maybe it'll help you in that. But everything is in divine timing for you and your soul, and everything is just important as everything else. I'm no better than you, you're no better than me. We're all in this boat of learning to realign ourselves back to a higher self, an authentic self, so that we can move forward with the story that we want to create, rather than the story that somebody else is creating for us. We're letting that go. Okay, how long have I been on here? 18 minutes. I just thought, this is the first time in ages that I've tried the new Facebook Live. Thinking I might have to go back to the Restream, because Restream is actually better for people connecting with people. I think they've taken the Facebook Live back a bit. Used to connect with everybody very quickly, but that's okay. Anyway, I am going to now pull a couple of cards for the energy of the world at the moment, or humanity rather. See, you'll find that every animal on this planet is handling all of these energies easily, but humanity is going through such a huge wah-wah, because we've been out of balance for a very long time, for eons. Oh, that card just flew out. I'm using the Osho pack at the moment. The Osho pack. How cool is this? So trust. Yeah, this is the leap of faith, trusting our soul's connection back to our souls and our intuition again. No longer putting our reality in the hands of others who dictate to us who we should be following, who we are, what our life should be like, with all of the rules, laws, controlling aspects of our reality. We're starting to learn to trust our connection to our soul and jump into this, dive into this, knowing that we will be carried, that we will be completely supported, because we're learning to support ourselves. It's a real movement. See, I'm seeing even that arrow, a real movement of just throwing ourselves forward and going, you know what, I don't like the reality I'm stepping into. What can I do? I'm going to go inwards, trust my intuition, follow that guidance, follow my passions, follow my desires, which is your soul speaking. Excuse my cat coming in. So, yeah. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards for the energy of humanity at the moment. This one just popped out too. I haven't even looked at it. The Fool. I mean, you can't make this up, right? The Fool takes a leap of faith, and trust is that faith that we've jumped. So yeah, how ironic. Here I am talking about connecting back to the soul and trusting that. And here we are with these two cards that just flew out at us. Trust and the Fool. So the Fool is, others might see you as a fool because you're starting to create your reality from your passions and desires, and it doesn't really go with the conditioning of what humanity should look like. The Fool is, I see him, he's like holding a bunch of flowers. It's like just giving love to everything and knowing that love is going to, and that support for others is going to work, that you're really starting to trust yourself. I like it, that happens. Hey, Paul. Yes, okay, I'll pull a card for you after I've done this last card for humanity. So, humanity. Is there any other cards coming up for humanity? Actually, at the moment. Yo. Okay, so the next card that came out was comparison. Now we need to stop judging other people and comparing ourselves to other people. The only way that you're going to move forward with this is if you let go of comparing yourself and just become the authentic self that you are, trusting where you're guided, working with others, trusting that their differences are needed in your reality, that you're not judging yourself or them against each other. The oak tree is just as important as the bamboo. The bamboo can sway in the wind easily, and the oak, and it can have a lot more flow and bend. And the oak tree stands very strong and sturdy, and lasts, a lot longer, many, many, many years. So the differences between these is so huge, but the oak tree doesn't judge the bamboo for being able to sway a lot more, and this bamboo doesn't judge the oak tree for being strong. All is needed on earth to make this beautiful. So every single one of us and all of our gifts and who we are as a personality coming forward is needed for the whole to experience a beautiful story. We bounce off each other, we help each other, we align with each other, we create with each other, something beautiful when we come from self-acceptance, self-love. Yeah. Okay, I'll just put these cards back in and I'll quickly pull a card for Paul if he's still around, and my cat's flicking things off my table. You're so cute. Okay. She loves being in on the action, I think. Paul. Is there a message for Paul? Okay, I'm kind of getting that you might need a holiday. Feeling that you might need a holiday. Okay, taking a break from your life of who you are for a while so that you can recoup and become maybe somebody you didn't expect yourself to be. Yeah, see, you're trying to control your life too much. And there's this aloneness. It's almost like, but I see this as almost coming back to being like a hermit, coming back to yourself to shine the light from within. And that's why I said I feel like you need a holiday, like you need to just go, even if it's a holiday from your mind, or it could be from people or work, just take a break. Say to yourself, right, today I'm not going to think about any of that stuff. I'm just going to be in the moment and feel who I am, and come from that, because there's a light that wants to burst forth from you. It wants to shine, and I think it's a different path than what you have been trying to control. And it's almost like you've been trying to control your life path, so to almost fit into something that isn't your journey, and it's feeling uncomfortable for you. So that's what I'm getting anyway at the moment. And he's just given a whole heap of hearts, and it's cool. Okay, so I'm going to leave it for today. Been on for 27 minutes. Go back. And Paul said yes. Thank you for the confirmation. Yay. Go back to the beginning of this if you missed it, because there's all these cool channel messages that are coming forth. Please go visit my Bobbie Richardson YouTube channel. I'm so privileged to have over 500 subscribers, and I have hundreds of videos on there, channeled messages, and beautiful videos of source energy messages that are helping to guide too. So love for you to go see those. Stephen's just jumped on board. Am I going to pull you? Stephen, did you want a card as well? It's like, now they're coming on. See, this is it. The algorithms of Facebook, it's like taking ages to even show up. We have to be on here for half an hour these days before people start showing up on my chat bar. I used to only have to be on for 5 minutes. Hey, Stephen. Did you want me to pull a card for you while I am here? Because I was about to go. And then I have to wait for him to respond. Meanwhile, I'll play with my cat. Remove? No. He's not responding, so... See, I think that there's a massive delay here. Okay, I'm just going to pull one anyway, and then if you say yes, I'll let you know what it is. Well, there you go. It's just come forward anyway. He hasn't said anything, so I'm going to leave it there. Okay, love you guys heaps. And I will see you again in another live. See ya.